Good morning, my dear students of class 7th. I'm your physics teacher, Miss Rajwant Kaur. Today we will start here chapter number 5, heat. So let's discuss first of all what is heat. It is a form of energy which causes sensation of warmth or coldness. So what is the definition for heat? Heat is a form of energy which makes us to feel the warmth or the coldness. There is another definition also. Heat is also defined as a form of energy which is due to the random motion of molecules of an object. As you all know that matter is composed of atoms and molecules, and when these particles like atoms and molecules gives random motion, at that time heat energy is produced into the object, and that is known as the heat. Now we know that energy is the ability of doing work. When a machine does mechanical work, heat energy is produced into it. Means when some machine gives mechanical work, at that time heat is producing into it. Similarly, heat can also make a machine work. So heat can also be used to run the machine. The sun, the earth, friction, electrical energy, chemical reaction, nuclear energy, all are the source of heat energy. From where you can get the heat energy? You can get the heat energy from sun, earth. When two bodies are rubbed with each other, means when there is a friction, if there is a electrical current flowing through some substance or some object, that will get heated up and there will be a release of heat energy. If there is some chemical reactions occurring or there is a nuclear energy, at that time there will be a heat energy's production. Burning of fuel in an engine produces heat energy in the engine. When burning of fuel in an engine produces heat energy in the engine. When the fuel burns into the engine, it produces heat energy in the engine. When fuel burns, it produces heat energy in the engine, and that heat energy makes it work. So we burn petrol, diesel, or gas in a car engine to make it run. So we use petrol, diesel and gas etc. to run the engine. You all must have seen that whenever the pipe is used to cut with the blade, at that time it becomes so hot. For that we used to put water on it, because if there will be no cooling, there will be only heating, then the cutting is not possible. Whereas we all are having refrigerators and air conditioning in our homes, which draw out the heat and throw it into the atmosphere, and we get the coldness from them. Now I have already discussed with you in the starting of the chapter that matter is made up of atoms and molecules. When molecules of an object move here and there aimlessly, these are the molecules of the object. And when these molecules vibrate, means when these molecules moves randomly here and there, while roaming hit one another to produce. When they strike with each other or roaming here and there, they produces a heat energy. Now, what is the unit of heat energy? The main unit of heat energy is joule, which is abbreviated as capital J. Most commonly used unit of heat energy is calorie. It is another used unit for the heat energy, which is known as calorie. So what is the definition of 1 calorie? It is defined as the amount of heat energy which is used to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Suppose you have 1 gram of water and you want to increase the temperature of that water by 1 degree Celsius. You want to increase it by 1 degree Celsius. For that purpose, you will use the heat energy, and the heat energy which is used is known as 1 calorie. And the bigger unit of heat energy is kilocalorie, and 1 kilocalorie is equal to 1000 calorie. These relations are very important. Next relation is between joule and calorie. In 1 calorie there are 4.2 joule, which is very important relationship. You should remember it. Next is different scales of temperature. Now first of all let's discuss about the temperature. What is temperature? It is a degree of hotness or coldness of an object. Means it tells about that how much the body is hot or how much the body is cold in terms of a degree. That is known as the temperature. Whenever you touch something, you came to know that whether the object is hot or cold. It is just because of the sense of touch. But you are not able to know that how much the body is cold and how much the body is hot. You know that whenever some body is heated, it becomes very hot. For example, suppose this is a pan in which water is put and it is put on the gas stove. So water becomes steaming hot, water will produce the steam and it becomes very hot. And when a body is freezed, it becomes very cold. And when you kept something like a water tray in the refrigerator, water get turned into the ice, which is very cold. Suppose you touch hot water in the beaker, you withdraw the hand immediately because water is hot. There are two beakers, one is of a cold water and another is of a hot water. When you put the finger in the hot water, you will immediately take out your finger because the water is very hot. Now when you dip the finger in cold water, what do you feel? You feel same hot water to be less hotter. What they are saying? They are saying when you put your finger first in the hot water, you will feel that water is very hot and you will hot and you will take out your finger immediately. When you put that finger in the cold water, and your finger will become cold, and again when you put that cold finger in the hot water, you will feel that now the water is less hotter as compared to the first time. So this shows that our temperature sense is unreliable. Now all of you know that heat flow from hot body to cold body. We use the term temperature to feel exactly as how cold hot an object is. The device which is used for measuring the temperature is thermometer, and it measures the temperature into degree. Now there is a Fahrenheit scale, there is a Celsius scale, there is a Kelvin scale. There are 3 types of a scale with the help of which you can measure the temperature. All of you know that our normal body temperature is 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. You measure it with the help of mercury thermometer, which is known as a clinical thermometer. Now how the scale got the name? Because it was invented by the scientist Fahrenheit. And according to this scale, the freezing point of water is 32 degree Fahrenheit. So its ice point will be 32 degree Fahrenheit. And its boiling point will be 212 degree Fahrenheit. And there are total scale between these points is divided into 180 equal parts, or each part or division is known as degree Fahrenheit, and it is denoted by F degree. So this is the diagram for the Fahrenheit scale. Next is Fahrenheit is written on this side, and on this side there is a Celsius scale. So next one is Celsius scale. Normally here when you on the air conditioner, it runs normally on the temperature 24 degree centigrade. So this centigrade is these days is known as Celsius. According to Celsius scale, ice point is 0 degree Celsius, steam point is at 100 degree Celsius, and there are 100 equal parts. In that case, there are 180 equal parts, but there are 100 equal parts, or each part is known as degree Celsius, and it is denoted by degree C. So most commonly used scales are Fahrenheit and Celsius. Next is Kelvin scale. This is another unit of temperature which is known as Kelvin, and it is denoted by capital K. This unit is almost used worldwide, and according to this scale, the ice point of scale is 273 Kelvin, and steam point is 373 Kelvin. Same like a Celsius scale, it is having 100 equal parts, as you can see in this diagram. Each division or part is known as Kelvin, which is denoted by K. Now, there is a relationship between Celsius and a Fahrenheit scale. What is that? C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9. So here, from here you will get 9 into C is equal to F into 5 into F minus 5 into 32 will be 160. So this is a very important relationship. On the basis of it, the numerical can be asked. How the numerical will be asked? They will ask you that how you can convert the given Celsius temperature into the given Fahrenheit temperature into the Celsius, and how you can convert the Celsius into the Fahrenheit. There is a one example given. Suppose there is a 100 degree Fahrenheit temperature and you have to convert it into the Celsius. So you will write this relation 9C is equal to 5F minus 160. Now Fahrenheit temperature is 100 degrees, so you will write 9C is equal to 5 into 100. Instead of F you will put 100 and minus 160. So it will become 500 minus 160 and it will be 340. Now this 9 will get divided by the 340 and you will get the value, that is 37.8 degree Celsius.